Ryan Garcia tests positive for performance-enhancing substance Ostarine and also screens positive for 19-norandrosterone. Knuckleheads, welcome to the channel. Welcome to FightersRep. And listen, this thing is everywhere. This news is everywhere. It's a shocking potential aftermath to a fight that had a shocking lead-up and a shocking result. And it could be that this aftermath is the exclamation point on all of that shock, right? Because if performance-enhancing substances are found in Ryan Garcia's blood for this Devin Haney fight, and these tests are looking like they're coming from the day before and the day of, potentially, the fight versus Devin Haney. If these substances are in his blood, this could be overturned and become a no contest instead of a win for Ryan Garcia, and that would be absolutely insane. Now, what I wanted to say about this entire situation, right, and I'm not saying this as a fan of Devin Haney or anything like that. I like both guys, right? But what's been shocking to me, right, besides just the news that this could be a possibility, is that as I scroll through social media, YouTube, Instagram, everywhere else, because this is being talked about everywhere else, I scroll through, one of the things I'm not seeing, right, is any sort of empathy towards Devin Haney, right? What I'm seeing is people reacting and laughing and carrying on about Ryan Garcia and his trolling and how funny he is, and every hour on the hour, seemingly, he puts out something saying he's innocent in a funny, joking way. And I'm seeing comments about Bill Haney, you know, being this and that, and nobody likes Devin Haney and this and that. But what I'm not seeing, which is an indication of the time we're living in, unfortunately, and I say unfortunately as an operative word, as a key word, as somebody who's a promoter and fight fan who worries for fighters. I'm not seeing empathy. I'm not seeing empathy towards the young man who dedicated himself, who made weight unlike Ryan Garcia, and who doesn't have a positive test for performance-enhancing substances. And, you know, I look back on the fight, I look back at the damage Devin Haney took, and, you know, he's livid. He's livid. You know, if he put out a statement, he's livid, and it's completely understandable, especially if Ryan Garcia did cheat, which we don't know yet. But he's livid. But I look back at the damage he took, at the way his face looked, at the way his cheeks looked, at how much heart he showed and how much he had to give to get him off that canvas 3 times against a guy that was not only 3.2 pounds over him and overweight, but against a guy who may have been cheating, a guy who has tested positive for performance-enhancing substances. And listen, it kind of drives me crazy to not see any empathy towards this kid, man. But he did say, and we'll leave it up to God, he did say that Allah is the best planner, and it'll get figured out. And if this B sample comes in, and it shows Ryan Garcia is positive for these substances, I do think that this thing gets overturned into a no contest. And I do think at that point, his belief in Allah being the perfect planner is even more warranted. That being said, it could be that this positive test, you know, is a false positive. It could be there's a contaminated test. It could potentially and very slightly possibly be that they're out to get him, you know, which is what Ryan Garcia is putting out there in social media. But that's not something I believe. I'm giving you my take. That's not something I believe. You know, what I will say is, from what I've read about Ostarine, and I haven't been able to find much on 19-norandrosterone, but what I've been finding on Ostarine, simple Google search, is that it aids performance by helping athletes build muscle mass, and it enhances their rate of fat loss, while also increasing stamina and recovery ability. Now, is that something that would be helpful to somebody who's trying to cut weight I think so. I think so. And I'm not saying Ryan Garcia did this, and I'm not saying if it's in his blood, he did it on purpose. I don't know. That's between him and God, or his team and God, or whatever. But what I can say is he's got positive test. Devin Haney doesn't. Devin Haney came in on weight. If the B sample shows he's positive again, and I still don't see any empathy out there in the social media universe, then that's just crazy, man. That's just crazy. I mean, I don't care how much you dislike the kid or his dad, and I'm talking about Bill Haney, Devin Haney. I don't care how much you dislike him, man. You have to appreciate a fair fight. If we're gonna keep this sport, right? If we're gonna keep its integrity, man, shenanigans and antics on social media and attention seeking on social media and being entertaining and all that bullshit can never, ever, ever trump a fair fight. It just cannot. And as soon as it does, which I feel like we're approaching a time in our society where it is, as soon as it does, man, this whole thing of ours falls apart. Knuckleheads, let me know what you think in the comment section below. What do you think happened here? After you do so, like, share, subscribe, and join the channel to help me build the best striking show on earth, FightersRep. Get your merchandise below. That'll also help you build, but by joining the channel, it's just $9.99 a month. You'll help me build FightersRep 23, June 1st, right here in Florida. FightersRep 24, June 8th, out at the beautiful Conference Casino in Los Angeles. Get your tickets at FightersRep.com. I look forward to hearing what you guys have to say about this. This has been disturbing me all day long.